All right, so finally, the last T, we're in theme. So for this one, you guys have done theme before. This is nothing new. We have everything we need to make up the theme for this poem. Literally everything. We just have to piece it together and come up with a coherent sentence. Okay, if you can write a coherent sentence, you can do it. I promise, 100%. So what is the message the poet is trying to send? So aka, what is the theme? And then how does the poem relate to life? So that's just you connecting some dots. And honestly, for this poem, I feel like it hits on a lot of those little middle school themes that we got going on. So hoping for the best. Here we go. So what is the message the poet is trying to send? So we've already talked about throughout this poem, he is comparing himself to a weed. So someone who is outside the group, but he likes it. He thinks it's good. He thinks he's strong. He thinks he's independent. Versus people who are part of the group. And the people who are in the group are watered and fed and gardened and all these nice things that flowers got going for them. We care for flowers. You don't want your flowers to die. But then he turns them into this bad thing that because they're cared for, they're stuck. So he's trading off the independence and the freedom, or he's trading off the security and the nurture nature of being part of the group for the freedom and independence that comes from being alone. It's all about perspective on this one. So what would I think that this poem is actually trying to teach me? So I would imagine that sometimes being outside of the group allows you to experience independence. So this is a universal idea. So remember, your theme should be universal. It could be applied to anyone. So in this particular case, because you are outside the group, you can be independent of the restrictions put on the group. So how does this poem relate to real life? So this is when you have to think to yourself. When I am part of a group, although I like the company and comfort, sometimes I feel restricted by the rules. So we've all felt this way. So school, virtual school, is actually a really good example about this. So when you're in physical school, we all enjoy being with our friends, right? We all enjoy being together. There's comfort in learning together and having someone with you to guide you. But that same comfort and company that we get from being in school together also comes with the restrictions of being in school all day. Versus, now that you're virtual, I imagine that it's sometimes lonely. I can tell you that from experience with these Zoom calls when I sometimes feel like I'm talking to myself. It could be lonely. However, at the same time, you get that freedom and independence to do things the way you want to do it. So this poem actually lines up super well with the experience that we're having right now in our own lives. You just have to look for it. So when I'm part of the group, although I like the company and comfort, sometimes I feel restricted by the group. Then, although being alone has many negatives, or being left out, because he does talk about being shunned at some point, has many negatives. I sometimes enjoy the freedom of it. Okay. So there you go. That's how it would relate to our real life. So as you can see, TPCASTT really does structure your thoughts, because in order to get from here to here to here, you have to start connecting those dots, even if you don't realize you're doing it. And that's my favorite part, is because of the way it makes you take those little tiny baby steps. You don't even realize how much analysis you're actually doing. And then when you get down here at the end, you're like, I know what this guy's trying to teach me about groups and being independent. Part of it, because you don't have to do these videos where you have to explain every thought process that pops into your head, part of it will amaze you how much you already know without realizing that you knew it.